The don'ts of visiting Dyker Heights Christmas Lights. Hi, I'm Megan, a licensed New York City tour guide of the Megan Daily, and this is
Jeremy Wilcox of Custom NYC Tours.
Every year, I always take Jeremy's Dyker Heights tour. I love it so much. I'm gonna put all the information in the comments below. And we're super excited to share the don'ts of Dyker Heights with you so you can have your very best New York City experience.
Muffin talk. Muffin talk. Muffin talks. Bringing healing to those who need them most.
Dyker Heights is a Brooklyn neighborhood known for their lavish Christmas decorations, which could actually rival the decorations on Fifth Avenue. It's about an hour subway ride from Midtown Manhattan, and the heart of the Dyker Heights Christmas Lights is really between 10th Avenue and 12th Avenue and 83rd Street and 85th Street. Some of these houses have actually become so famous, they actually have their own Instagram hashtag. But
don't get so caught up with like the big famous houses that you miss little treasures on more of the side streets or lesser traveled streets. For example, look at the decorations here.
This gorgeous and detailed nativity scene is on 14th Avenue and 79th Street, so it's several blocks away from the most popular areas, and it's a true hidden gem.
So I'm here at a house that you won't actually see on any of the big bus tours, but if you get a walking tour, you'll probably come and see this. We have a singing Santa Claus. Then as we come over here, we have a singing reindeer. And then we have a whole workshop. So we have a little elf who's sawing the wood. And then over here, we have the little elves making toys out of the wood.
So this is one of my favorite houses because it gets an A for effort. Now it is surrounded on either side by houses with beautiful lavish decorations, but they've just got here this beautiful inflatable Buddy the Elf, and they realize this is all you need. You got a nice house, you got Buddy in the bushes, and that's it. Christmas decorating, done easy. Beautiful.
This is another hidden gem of a house, which puts a unique Asian twist on New York City Christmas decorations. The house wishes us happiness, family, and everything this Christmas. And instead of polar bears, panda bears dance in their front yard.
Don't forget to visit the Spata House. This is the house that started it all. Fun fact, Lucy adds a new decoration every single year. This year's edition is the beautiful crown with stars at the top of the house.
Dyker Heights legend is that Lucy Spata started the neighborhood's Christmas craze. She and her husband moved to the neighborhood in 1986, and there were no Christmas decorations on the block. She decided to take matters into her own hands, and the decorations have been growing ever since.
Don't forget to visit Tasty Pastry. It's the perfect place to come and get cookies. I have a bag of cookies right now that will give you fuel while you're walking around Dyker Heights.
Dyker Heights has a large Italian-American population, so naturally it needs a tasty pastry shop serving up Italian cookies and other treats. My favorites here are the 7-layer cookies.
Don't forget to use the bathroom before you come out to Dyker Heights because unfortunately there aren't a lot of public bathrooms, so while you're enjoying the lights, you don't want to be worried about finding one. So that's a huge don't. Remember, you need to use the loo.
My time out in Dyker Heights took about 2 hours, and I took the subway, so that's a bit of time without the loo. But you can always plan to eat dinner before or after seeing the lights. Nearby Bay Ridge has a subway stop and some really yummy restaurants.
Don't forget to dress for the weather. It is December in New York and it can get quite cold. So I'm wearing my big puffer jacket, some super warm gloves, some fleece pants, and some comfortable walking shoes because you're going to be doing a lot of walking in Dyker Heights. So don't forget to check the weather.
When I went to Dyker Heights the second week of December, the temperature was about 30 degrees Fahrenheit. I have a whole video on how to dress warmly for the New York City winter, but for the record, to Dyker Heights, I wore lined boots, Uniqlo Heat Tech long underwear, a turtleneck, fleece pants, a long puffer coat, hat, gloves, and I brought warm hands hand warmers. Those warm hands advanced hand warmers are a real game changer.
Don't forget to wear very comfortable shoes. Even if you take a bus tour or a taxi or a chauffeured car out here, you're still going to have to walk around to look at all the lights. And there's a lot of walking to do, so you're going to want to make sure that your shoes are super comfy.
It's gonna be tempting to wear your cutest shoes to show off for the camera, but I urge you to resist. There's a lot of walking and some uneven ground, so you want to have comfy feet.
Don't forget to bring your camera, because there's lots of amazing photo ops for both you and your pets. Don't be afraid to take the subway out to Dyker Heights. I find that a lot of times people are a little intimidated by the subway. I can tell you that it is totally safe to take the subway. Be aware of your surroundings, but the subway is going to be the fastest, the cheapest, and often the easiest way to get out to Dyker Heights. Now, there is no subway stop exactly in Dyker Heights, but you can actually get to the heart of Dyker Heights where all the lights are in just a few minutes by walking. Now, if you take a bus or a car or a taxi, just know that you're probably going to get stuck in traffic. And New York City traffic is very, very special, and you could be stuck in that traffic for hours and hours and hours. So I strongly recommend that you take the subway. And don't be afraid of taking a walking tour that actually meets you out in Dyker Heights, because if you take that walking tour, you're probably going to be able to go onto more of the smaller streets and see even more Christmas lights.
This year, I've seen many bus tour companies on social media mentioning that their tours were ending late due to traffic, so don't plan anything immediately after your tour. I do want to mention, the bus tours are really great for tourists who just don't want to think about navigating the subway or following Google Maps to get through various streets in an unfamiliar neighborhood. These bus tours really do all the work for you. My personal preference is to take the subway out and then do a smaller walking tour, but that doesn't mean that it's the right choice for everyone. The great thing about New York City is we have lots of options and you do what's best for you.
Don't wait until the last minute to come visit Dyker Heights. The neighborhood will only get more crowded the closer you get to Christmas. Come earlier in December for lighter crowds.
It's also important to note that weekends are much more crowded than weekdays. I went on a Tuesday night and the crowds were pretty light, but friends who have gone on Fridays and Saturdays have reported bonkers crowds. So if you can, aim for the middle of the week.
Don't wait until the last minute to book a Dyker Heights tour. Whether you're taking one of the large tours that comes here on a bus or a private walking tour, you want to book those tours in advance. I start getting Christmas bookings in September. So if you're just visiting New York City around Christmas time and you're like, I want a tour, chances are even the high volume tours will be sold out. So don't wait until the last minute. Book those Dyker Heights tours in advance.
As early as December 1st, one tour bus company was advertising they only had 3 dates with any availability for the rest of the year for Dyker Heights, so you'll definitely want to get your tickets ahead of time. If the tours are sold out, the great news is that there are a few self-guided tours you can find online as well. Of course, I'm always a fan of live guides, but if they're sold out, self-guided is the next best thing.
Don't forget to check out the houses that have interactive elements to them. They're the real hidden gems of the neighborhood.
My favorite house was this house that sprayed bubble bath foam snow on the passersby. We all had so much fun playing in the snow. This house is sometimes referred to as the Let It Snow home.
The number one don't of Dyker Heights is don't forget to have fun! There's so many interactive elements and it's Christmas time, so don't forget to have fun. I hope that this helped you know what to expect when you visit Dyker Heights and have your very best Dyker Heights experience. Don't forget to check Jeremy out if you're looking for a Dyker Heights tour. Again, his information will be in the comments below. And for more NYC, make sure that you hit subscribe so you never miss a New York Minute.